very curious and interested to see what you guys decide we're going to do as a community today. Oh, hello. What would you like to do in today's live stream? Because on Mondays, on Monday streams, I have the community decide what we're doing for the stream. My day's been busy. I had an interview today. I got everything else I need to get done, but I'm exhausted. Um, because I woke up at 7:30 because I wake up early when I do it. I wake up 3 hours earlier than my interview time because I have really bad anxiety. So I always make sure I'm up way before I should so I can prepare and stuff. Not that I don't prepare before that, and I didn't sleep well last night, but that's okay. Um, how are you? Yeah, it's for a job. It was a virtual interview. That's why I'm just like this still because of that. Very stressed. You also you work at. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, I'm really sorry that happened. Um, oh, hello. Well, thank you. Yeah, you are gonna get banned. Thank you for telling me. Um, it went okay. We'll see how they make the decision in a week or two, so we'll see what happens there. No, I'm not a mom. Maybe one. Hopefully one day though. Um, you guys can ask me any questions you want as long as they're appropriate. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in I will be 33 in January. So basically a month, not exactly a month, but basically a month. Um, oh, thanks. I mean, if I'm supposed to get it, I'll get it. If not, that's okay too. I might have this another freelancing job I have to do, so um, that's fine too. I mean, regardless of what I get, I mean, I know eventually another job will come my way, even if this is not the one. Um, Interviews are, I don't know, they're a mixed bag for me, like, because they cause an enormous amount of stress, but sometimes you do a really good interview, don't get the job. Other times you do a crappy interview and get the job, so I don't really know. So, do you guys have any questions or something, anything particular? Oh, yeah, and also tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, I don't know, depending on where you live, it'd be different time. I'll be doing my live stream for reaching 1,000 subscribers, which is going to be on the game Would You Rather, because that was decided by a poll. Um, my mom was telling me there was this one guy, um, who worked at her job who never got nervous when interviews came in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could be like that. But I'm not like that at all. Um, Actually, I'm actually really shocked that it got to over 1,000. I'm like, I don't even know what to say because I never thought that would ever happen. Uh, I guess I'm just being myself is good enough because I didn't think it was at points. He takes interviews for fun. Well, I don't know how to. I don't know anything about that though. Um, well, I hope everything for your job stuff, well, at your job, Nick gets sorted out because that's not cool. That kind of stuff is not okay. Am I looking forward to Christmas? It's just no, it's just another day to me. I haven't celebrated Christmas for a long time, so it's just another day. I can't believe that it's going to be January soon. That's actually terrifying. That means the New Year's coming. You've been working nonstop. Well, that's boy. Hopefully, hopefully you don't have to do it by yourself to look, figure out what's happened. And I hope they have like cameras to find the people that who did that. 'Cause that's not okay to do anything like that. Especially with the, I don't know if you have, I'm assuming you probably have inflation over there. So I just hope they get to the people that I was gonna say. I hope they get the people that did that to your the office you work in. That's not. I really don't. I don't understand. Um. Oh, you know what I was thinking about? Oh, you're the IT. Oh, you're the tech guy there. Oh crap, that sucks. Uh. Wait, so they didn't have security, or was everyone gone when that happened? I'm assuming the second one happened. Oh well. Oh good. I'm glad that the money's no issue. I'm just sad that happened. What's I gonna say? Oh yeah. Wait, so like the last stream, I remember you saying like you tried octopus. I don't know how. I still don't get how anyone could try that. Cause I was watching this show called 90 Day Fiance UK, and they on on one of the episodes, one of the fiancés like tried octopus, and she almost got sick on camera. So that was, yeah, no. I can't. If she got something in her, I definitely can't try it because I have food sensitivities, and my body don't like certain things in it. Which I'm pretty sure I have AFRID, which is a thing that most autistics have. It's like avoidance. What's it called? Avoidance, food restriction. Hold on, I'm trying to think what intake disorder, which is not surprising because I don't like certain things and I will avoid them if I can. Oh, and thanks, Christopher. Well, I hope they figure out who did that stuff though too. Wait, so you're not entirely sure if you tried octopus with squid count? Neither one of them counts for me because I don't want to try that. I mean, I guess if I had actually, no, even if I didn't have a choice, I surely wouldn't be trying it. I don't know. That's a no. That's a negative. That's a negative. Oh, hello. That's a negative on trying that particular thing. I just can't. I'm not a mister. I'm a woman, but I don't. I can't see myself trying that. Yeah, unless I'm forced to do it, like someone like ties me up and I have to eat something I don't want. That's the only way that happens. I can't see myself, or unless I didn't know what it was. But if I don't like something, I'll just spit it out, I guess. What about what's the weirdest thing you guys have ever eaten? Oh, no worries. Um, oh, you're a kid? Okay. Wait, how are you in my stream if you're a kid? Because I'm pretty certain this is like I set, actually, no, I know I set this as an 18 plus stream. So, I don't get it, but okay. Um, Hi, Mildred. Wait, you like calamari too? I mean, you can talk in your eat. Then I'm just saying, I don't want you to get in trouble by your parents. I don't normally talk about anything inappropriate, so you're good. But I don't want you to get in trouble. That's all I'm saying. Um, what am I gonna say? Wait, so and no one answered my question. What's the weirdest thing you guys have ever eaten? Let me think. Do I have a weirdest thing I've ever eaten? Hmm. No, I don't think I've ever eaten anything very weird. Beef tongue. I can't see myself eating that either. Nick, you are very adventurous with your food choices. I don't think I could eat that either because I think about my tongue and I'm thinking how it hurts to bite it. I can't imagine eating something else that tastes like that. A live cricket or wait, really? A live cricket or fish egg? Yeah, I can't do that. That's not. Oh man, I feel sick even thinking about either one of those. Drink raw eggs. Never done that, but it doesn't sound appetizing. Uh, I'm very particular. I don't think I could try any of the stuff you guys listed, but I'm glad you want to try that or tried it. Like, yeah, my brain like is like, what did you? I know what you said. It's just my brain like, yeah, it's like having like a gag reflex in my stomach. So plus I have acid reflux, so probably that's not helpful. So I probably can't do any of those particular things. Um, let me think of something. Um. Where's a place that you've always wanted to go, but you were too scared to go? Let me think of an answer. Well, I'm glad you're very adventurous too. Mildred, Mariah is not as adventurous as no, yo. And I don't like livers. I remember eating liver. That makes me sick thinking about it because I ate liver as a kid a little bit sometimes. And yeah, I no, that's a no. I'm just like I told you. I'm pretty sure I have I think it's called Toronto. I live in the U.S. I live in Maryland, so I don't even know compared to where I am. I don't know how far you even are from me. Um, so you live in Canada. My best friend's from Canada. I mean, sorry, lives in Canada. She's not from there, but she lives in Canada. I forgot. I don't remember exactly where either. My bad. Even if I did, it wouldn't be helpful because I'm geographically challenged. That makes it sound. Wait, you said butter and garlic makes everything sound better. Yeah, Mariah must have different taste buds because that don't make everything sound better. Wait a second. So that means if you put butter and garlic on like frog legs, you'll eat it. Yeah, I can't do that either. That's not. My brain doesn't like no compute Mariah. Liver is good. Yeah. I'm glad you like liver. I naturally just don't. But I told you I also have, I think I'm pretty sure it's an autistic thing. Having food sensitivities and like I avoid certain foods. I don't eat them. Like, I can't. And even if I try, I can't. I remember when I was a kid and my grandmother tried to get me to eat something I told her I wasn't going to eat. And that did not go well for her or me, but I told her I wasn't eating it, so that wasn't my fault. Um, I really don't like tomatoes. I really don't like them. I don't care if it's not that I can't eat it by if I can't eat like the tomatoes that come out of the just out of the store and whatever. Like having mixed tomatoes with something else is fine, but tomatoes by themselves I can't. It makes me oh, I literally can't. You've eaten a dog. Yeah, no, that just sounds kind of sad. Yeah, I can't. No, I can't eat. No, tomatoes. Like I remember. Actually, I told this story on this channel. I did a video about it about consent, get feeding eat forcing someone to eat something when they don't want it to, or trying to get someone to eat something when they don't want to, which is abuse. I view it as abuse. I didn't think about it back then, but that is a form of abuse because you're taking the person's consent away. Yeah, and I don't want to do that to someone else. You've eaten rabbit. I don't think I've ever eaten rabbit. I think Most rarest thing to me I ate was lamb, but I've never don't think I've eaten anything past it. Oh, you said the juicy. That has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the juice. I don't like the taste like of tomatoes at all. I just don't. They're like already, and then I don't like soggy things, and tomatoes are soggy, and then they're, yeah, I can't talk about that. It's just it makes me upset. Um, yeah, there's just food I won't eat. Let's see, what is? Hmm. I wonder if any of you have ever played like. You don't hate them though. You said something you could live without. Huh? Wasn't they? You've eaten snails. What? I heard people say snails taste like chicken. Is that true? Horse? That just sounds sad. Like, no. Wait, did you know you were eating a horse or you just ate the horse? Now you got me curious. Like, because sometimes people don't know what they're eating until like, before they eat it and then they just eat it. So I don't know how that works. Because sometimes people, you know how people are at people's houses and they like serve food and you don't know what it is. Wait, but you just ate. Yeah, that's not gonna. That would not be. They just wait. You just ate and then they told. That's not even cool. How you not gonna? That's not cool then. That doesn't. That counts, but it doesn't count at the same time, Robin, because you weren't aware. I'm sure if you knew what it was, sorry, if you knew what it was, you might not have eaten it, which is not fair to you because you didn't really get the choice of turning it down if you wanted to. You said they're not that good. Why does garlic and and butter make everything taste better? I don't get it. Huh? What, because of the flavors? I don't I don't understand why you guys say that. Is it because of the flavors? Hmm. You said to be honest with yourself and get. I guess I can understand that. I don't know, but I honestly, I know I would. If someone told me they were giving, like I said, if someone told me they were giving me a horse or something that's an actual animal they use, like I mean, it's particular animals that I don't want to eat, I'm not consuming it. Like if they told me before, but if I didn't know, I guess it would be happy. Like I guess I would have eaten it. But there are certain textures I really don't like. Fish, I don't like the scaly part, so I don't like fishes that. Sorry, I don't like eating fish that has the scaly part that you could still feel. It makes me sick. Like I literally remember throughout my childhood and other things. Not anyone's fault. They didn't know that. That I don't eat fish because of the scaly part. Like if it's breaded, it's fine. I can eat that. But if it's not, I literally force myself to eat it and try to make myself not get sick. That happens. That's a thing. Buffalo. I don't think I've ever had any of those kind of. I don't think I've ever had anything that. I'm trying to think. Nah, I don't think I had anything that is too wild. Like I've never had like no like octop. Like I've never had octopus, alligator, Wait, I don't think crocodile's a thing. Uh, a deer. At least not. At least that I'm not. At least I should say that I'm aware of. I've never had any of the stuff that I'm aware of. Because sometimes you eat things and you don't know that's what it is. So, um, never had lobster. I don't know what else I've never had. Probably a lot of things. Um, you had octopus 2 days ago. I wonder what that tastes like. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I can't see myself ever trying it. Oh, crocodile's a thing. Oh, I didn't know crocodile was a thing. I knew alligator was because I've heard people say that before. Yeah, no, that's a no. That's a negative because of the scales. I can't. Nah, that's a negative from right because I don't like things. I don't like scaly things. Eating scaly things. I can taste this. Oh no. Wait, does it still have the scales on it? I have to know that because that's important. To know if you're gonna continue to eat it or not. At least for Mariah. Yeah, I know I call myself Mariah. It's probably weird, but it's a thing I do. Um, I call myself by my first name sometimes. I don't know. I find it's weird, but it's me. So, and I like embracing my weirdness. I mean, not everyone likes it, but it's part of being myself. And I think it's important to be yourself. Because sometimes being yourself can help others be themselves, and I think that's important too. What time is it where each of you live? Because I'm curious to see if anyone is on my time zone. You said it's not weird at all. I mean, I even do it in my house. And I asked my dad, is that weird that I say that? He never says yes. Oh, it's 5:21. So you're an hour behind me then. Because it's 6:21 here. You know what I was talking to my mom and my dad well, I think it was yesterday actually. I was talking about like why did they make interviews like the way they are? Because like they probably already know who they're gonna hire, and they ask these questions and they make you stressed and like you have to figure out the answer. And like to me, sometimes the interview is based on how like the person who gets the job is based on how much BS you can give someone. I don't typically give BS, so if I get the job, it's probably because I'm being more likely because I'm being myself than BSing. Because I don't like BSing. I like today's interview. I made sure they knew who I was and like the hindrance and the good stuff I had because I want the person whoever hires me to know who I am and I'm not trying to be fake. Because like people always say don't disclose your disability. I do because I want them to know what they're getting into. Like it's not a bad thing in my head. It's more like I want them to know that I have challenges and I may not respond in situations the same way you guys will, and I may not. Like for example, something that's simplistic for someone may be a little bit more challenging for me, or something that involves socialization I may not get because I don't. That's not natural to me. It does not come naturally. I like being to myself. I don't really like being around people unless I know them well enough. I don't. It's just a thing. Because I remember when I was working my previous job that I had, they would say, "Oh, you have to socialize. Oh, you have to say hi. Oh, like you have to be this way." And I surely am not the ways most people are. I'm also neurodivergent. Most people are not neurodivergent. I'm not saying there is not any, but typically the typical workforce is not made for a neurodivergent. It's made for neurotypicals, people that don't have disabilities. So basically, I always have to cater towards people that are that are neurotypical versus being myself. So it's when last year when I stopped working, and also when I was working, I remember telling my coworker that like I told her like all my disabilities and stuff. I remember I was telling her sometimes I'll act weird or random, and like she was like okay with it because I was like most people with my weird and randomness, I don't expect them to get it or really like it because it's like not like them, but like we still like she checks on me, I check on her sometimes. Same with some of my other coworkers, we check in with each other, not as much as when I was working directly with them. But yeah, so like I also feel like being kind to yourself, which unfortunately the world has taught us sometimes not, it's not nice. You shouldn't be kind to yourself, even though I don't think that is a great tool. I think it's more because the world's already very harsh and already looks at you in a certain way, most likely different than how you view yourself. So who gives a crap what the world thinks if it's going to be negative? Like I have to learn that at 30. I'm 32 now. I literally just realized that at 32 when I could have been living from that place for a long time, but I didn't realize. I mean, my mom has always told me, right, it's completely fine to be yourself, but I never really got it for a long time because I was living in a lot of my past and a lot of the trauma that I went through, so I didn't understand the concept of right, it's totally 100% fine to be who you are and regardless of what other people think because you are perfectly fine the way you are. Like I it's funny. I didn't think, and it's so simple. The words are so simplistic, but it didn't resonate to me for a long, long time till more recently. So like I don't know. Well, like my last job I had, I told them about my disabilities. I was actually surprised. I mean, of course, I was working with kids that had disabilities, or some of the neurodivergent, just were part of the disability community. But I told him, I said, I always am open about my disability because I want you to know what I can bring to the table. Like I literally, I don't really know. I know people are like, why did you just really let that like slipper out? Because like people sometimes think that just because you tell someone about your disability means you're not going to get the job. Like, unfortunately, I know sometimes that does, but people do that, but at the same time, it doesn't always happen. Like, that didn't happen at my last job, actually. Um, yeah, so it doesn't always happen. It may happen, it may not happen. But, yeah. Well, I try my best to be advocate, for myself and others in the disability community. Not that they need me to be an advocate for them, but I learned also I love them. I miss them. All of the kids I worked with. I think two of them are in middle school, and the others are still in elementary. So I miss all of the kids. Every single kid I've worked with, I miss all of them. I know they. Some of them hugged me, and one was crying, and like I didn't realize. Sometimes you don't realize the impact you have on someone until like you are about to leave or they're about to leave. So yeah. I mean, I naturally just love working with kids. But I love working with the disability community. Oh no, I didn't say what the interview was for. It's for a job in the government. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, a job in the government. Like working. It's like I think I know it's a part time job. It's working with administrative like support. Like I think it's for emergency services or something like that. Something like that. We'll see what happens. Being someone with disability. Oh, thanks. I don't really know. I just know that if I didn't allow myself to be myself, I wouldn't even be doing any of this channel, none of the content, nothing, because I wouldn't have thought. At one point, I didn't think my voice mattered. So, honestly, in order to do this channel in general at all, I have to realize that I had to realize that what I have to say actually matters to people, and it matters to myself, and it also because the words even through the inspiring thoughts from my mind, that content you said, is this something I enjoy doing? I don't know. I just enjoy helping people. So regardless if I get the job or not, I just like helping people. So regardless of whatever happens, I get to help people. That's funny thing. Of course, I can't be a nurse. I don't think I could have ever been a nurse because yeah, I don't like sticking people with needles. I could not do that. Because I don't like people. I remember my mom telling me the story. It sounds ridiculous. Um, so when me and my sister were there, I don't know how old I was. My mom said the doctor stuck my sister with the needle because you get shots and stuff. So I guess I realized the needle was hurting her, so I pulled the needle straight out of her arm. Of course, she had my sister in her arm, so she couldn't have stopped me from doing that. But because it makes no sense, but I believe her. But so I couldn't. I don't think I could. I don't want to do anything that causes someone pain, and I feel like doctors, particularly the ones that do the shots or the nurses, yeah, I can do that job. I mean, my best friend's a nurse. Kudos to her, but yeah, and I also couldn't. I don't want to be around death. I can't do it because yeah, it was a shock to her. She said she and the doctor was shocked that happened, and I felt because my mom said after that happened they had to stick my sister again. Aw, that's really sweet. Born to be free. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. I'm sure it has like some kind of accent on it because of the U, but if it does, I'm sorry, I can't say it right. Um, what part of the world are you guys just from? Anyone that is new? I know some people's where they're from. I don't know everybody. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's stream, even though I don't know what people are gonna say. I mean, I when I think about like, no, I don't want to do that either. I mean, I don't mind getting shots myself. Besides the part where the person digs around in my darn arm, that irritates me because literally he can never find my vein. And the stupid, I'm sorry. One of the nurses made me mad because they were digging around my arm like I can't feel that. And like, if you can't find the vein, maybe don't dig around the arm. Maybe try to find a new spot. But okay, that's just a Mariah thought. You're from the UK. I don't think I've ever. Where's the East Midlands? Where's that? Is that like Scotland or is that a different? I don't know where that is. Sorry, I'm geographically challenged. Just don't get mad at me, please. Um, I love when I smile because I didn't when I throughout my life I didn't really smile. I mean, I know that I smiled when I was little. I don't know if I know throughout my teenage years I didn't smile much. That was probably because of the bullying that I went through throughout my whole from let me think. From actually no, probably from 8 till about actually maybe more than like now ish. I didn't smile as much. I mean, I smile. I just don't know how much. I definitely smile a lot more than I used to. So, um, question. I know people have questions. Don't be scared to ask me questions that are appropriate. And the only reason I say that is because people sometimes put inappropriate things in here and then they get banned, which is not my fault, by the way. Oh, you smiled. Yeah, I smiled. I can smile. It's just that in pictures where I'm forced to smile, I don't smile. I literally feel uncomfortable smiling. Like I remember in work pictures at work when it had to be groups, and I don't like too many people around me. First off, and then being told I have to smile, that makes it harder for me to smile. Like, I have pictures around my house, like around my parents' house, where I'm smiling because I'm comfortable, and wasn't told I have to smile. Like that's one thing I love about my family. They don't push that kind of pressure on me to always smile, and that's too much. Like I don't get it. I'm not, but I know people will say probably think I'm photogenic. I would say my two sisters are. Even my parents are. I'm just not. But I'm also me, the random. I would say I am. I sometimes call myself a walking enigma. Like I don't always understand myself. Which I guess is part of being. Uh, I don't know. This think it's just part of being me and trying to figure out who I am. Wait, most actually how I know if I'm really smiling is you'll see my dimple. It's on my face, of course. It will come out. Sometimes it won't, but sometimes it will. It's weird. I don't know. It's like my towel. It's not even deep though. My dimple's not a deep one, and you can even see it when I like sometimes I don't even know what that'd be called. Might move my this part of my cheek to the other side. You can see it. It comes. I don't know. Oh, thanks. Funny thing is, my ex didn't even realize I had a dimple until because it doesn't always, like I said, doesn't always show up. Like my sisters all have dimples. Um, wait, how does that? You have a dimple too? It's only on this side. I don't think I have one on this side. See, I don't think there's anything there. I don't. If there is, it's really faint. uh, it's wait. So basically, see, if I'm not really smiling, most likely you'll be able to tell. Also, your eyes normally smile when you smile too. That also tells you. Your eyes, like literally, it's kind of awesome. Like I like that when you smile, your eyes get happy when you're really smiling. I know I'm the oddest person talking about smiling, but it's true. Like if you're like, I feel like if you're half, I don't even know, is it possible to half smile? And I went on this weird tangent about smiling, but huh? Sometimes I smile when I'm uncomfortable. It's weird, but that's because I don't. Huh? What's the? I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I've ever met. How would I know if I met a mean person with? I don't know too many. I don't know any. I don't think I know many people with dimples actually. Trying to think. Do I know anybody in person that has dimples that's not in my family? Actually, I don't think I know anyone in my family outside of my family that has dimples. Dang. I don't. Oh man, now you're making me think. Also, I laugh when I'm nervous too. It's weird. Um, you said you have the same. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about my glasses? Born to be free. Are you talking about my glasses? See, but then that means like wait. So I wonder if the tell about my dimple like can that be used when you play poker though? But I would suck at poker if you can't tell the person who's called. I would suck because I wouldn't know how not tell my tell, my tell to come out and that's my tell. Because I'm not, I don't know, I'm not very good at hiding particular things like secrets. I'm not good with. I mean, I'm not saying I can't hold a secret. It becomes uncomfortable at points. Like when I was a kid, my mom and got my dad something, and I went home and told him it wasn't my fault though. I couldn't hold it in there because I was like, I know my mom was like it's a surprise or whatever, but she shouldn't have told me. I'm not good at things, and I don't know why that particular. I don't know. I can't. Wait, how do you not? Wait a second. That's not. But Nick, that's not gonna work though. It's not gonna. Uh, I don't know. I've never played poker, so I don't know. Bet I'd be bad at it though, because I don't quite understand all the. There's so many rules. I don't think I'd be able to keep up with that. I played what's it called? My grandmother used to call it war, where you play I declare war, where like you would like have like a card battle thing, like not really like actually battle the cards, but like it's a card game where you would there would be how many ever people there are, and you would put the card down, and the top one would win, and if there is a tie, you'd have to do the like four thing. Well, at least she would call it war, but it's called I declare war. And so the if you have two tie cards, the same card tie, you would have to duel it out, and whoever gets the winning card at the end of the tie then takes all the cards. It's interesting, but I miss that game actually. It makes me think of my childhood, but it also makes me sad because I reminds me of my grandma. Um, oh, you have a good night and a good supper. Wait, have you played poker, Nick? That's not. Wait, that means no. You probably. But if I ever played poker with anybody, I'd probably lose because I'd probably be able. They probably tell that either I have good cards or really bad cards because I really probably wouldn't be able to have an expression that's flat. I've never. That's literally one of the things I don't know how to do. I don't have a flat expression. I can't like my face always shows some kind of expression, which is very irritating at times because it feels like somebody can read your mind even though they're not actually reading your mind. It's a thing. I bet I'd lose every time I've had this suspect. Wait, is poker anything like I declare war, or is it like blackjack, or sorry, not blackjack, 21? Because that's the only thing I've ever played. 21. I think it's called 21. The one where you know you have to make make the cards add up to 21. I don't think that. At least I don't think that's not poker. I don't know. I've never played poker, so I don't know. My brain's like, huh. Oh, and then I'm also I'm watching the show. I'm not happy. I'm happy but not happy at the Also, it's kind of like a black. That's what it was. My brain couldn't think of the word. I knew it. I called it. I don't know why I called 21. I knew what you were talking about. I could not. Yeah, I can't count cards. I mean, I'm good at math, but I can't do that. That's some kind of that must be a savant thing. Savant thing. And I wouldn't. I don't think I'd want to do that because I think that's illegal counting cards. Uh, at least I think particularly in like I know in when they show it on TV, it looks illegal. The counting cards thing. What was I oh yes, I was gonna say I was watching Victoria Mars earlier, but then I also watching what's that show? How to Get Away with Murder. And I'm not really happy with season 4 at the moment because they have this one character on the show that is suffering from dementia, and it makes me sad because it reminds me of. I'm glad I didn't watch it when that was on air because that episode or sorry that season came out like literally 23 days after my grandmother had passed, so I wouldn't have been able to watch that because I had seen her go through her own dementia and like stuff. I would have wrecked me watching that. Even watching it now, 7 years later, is still hard enough to do. So like I watched this character like go have her like her moments where she was fine, then she had her parts where she was like you could see that she went back in like she's not in the she went back in the past and like then went back into the future, like went back into the present. It was like a whole thing and it made me upset. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was telling my mom, I said I couldn't have watched this when it was on air because I probably would have been devastated even more about my grandma's passing because that already wrecked me when it happened. So yeah, that I don't know if it's gonna be hard to get through that season 4 if they keep involving that character in the show in the series. What did I watch? I'm also watching 90 Day Fiance the UK. It's interesting. I like 90 Day Fiance. I watched the original all the way up to the current season, and now I'm watching the UK version because they just put it on Hulu. Um, I watched this show called Accused. That's a good show because you get to see it from the perspective of the accused. Because normally shows you don't really get to see like the actual person who's accused. You don't really get to see it from the side of the others. Well, typically on shows like that are like they normally see it from the side of the victim. You don't see it from the 90 Day Fiance is basically where you have one that's like well for the U.S. version you have one that of course that's in the U.S. and then there's someone from a different country. They have a UK version which is someone is in some part of the UK because there's of course different parts of the UK, and then they bring someone up from another country. Then eventually get engaged and get married. So not, most of the time it doesn't work out though. Um, I don't think I could ever do that because I wouldn't want to have. And also they have to get married in the 90 days or they go back to their country. So yeah, that's a I can't see because like how could you know someone in 90 days? Like you can't truly know someone unless you were always around them. More likely you might know them than not know them. Um, I don't know if the actual 90 day from the U.S. I don't think it's on Hulu. If it is, it's not the most recent season. If I remember off the top of my head. I'm watching this show called Murder in Small Town. That is really good. I really like that show. What else am I watching? I watch so many shows. This is why I don't. This is why I'm like I don't know if I should finish one or start the other because I'm watching season 2 of Veronica Mars and I'm on season 4 of How to Get Away with Murder. What else the heck am I? I'm watching too many things. I'm caught up on High Potential. That's a good show. Heck, literally, that lady must have. She's the main character is has a genius IQ. But I almost wonder if she has savant syndrome too. I don't know, but she's good. That is really good. I swear. That's actually I think they're coming. I think it's gonna come back for that show. And it's about the lady that ended up helping the police. She was actually their cleaner. She was one of the cleaning ladies, but she was at the job one day cleaning up whatever, and she looked up on the board that they had some suspect and the victim and whatever, and she realized they didn't have the victim. So what she did was write like that's not the victim or something on there, and then so the people came back in the next day and said, "Who messed up our board?" And she went up and said, "That's not the right victim. This." And then they go through the crime. And they find out that's not actually the person who did it. And then the person, like the captain of the station, was like, "We need to hire her as a consultant because she sees things that we don't see." Do I have shoes on? No, but I'm in my house, so I don't actually need shoes on. Um, what was I gonna say? So Yeah. I don't know. Let me think. Anything. Let me see. Other shows I was watched. Oh yes, I watched Doctor Odyssey. That was good. Wait, have you caught up? Wait, Nick, have you caught up on Only Murders in the Building? You gotta catch up before it gets to season 5. But season 5 probably won't come out until like next summer. But you got some time. And also, I watched this show called Johnson. It's a good show. They all have the same last name, and then of course they're not even related. It's interesting. That's a like a it's a black well, they have it under the Black Story section on Hulu. If you want to look it up, or you can just look up the name Johnson. That's one of them. That was good. What else? Oh yes. Anyone watch the show Reasonable Doubt? That's a really good show too. I'd be watching. I see. I told you I watch too many shows. Um, but that's because I like different series. I like drama. Definitely love mystery, suspense. Um, I really love mystery and suspense. I gotta keep watching Pretty Little Liars for the third time. It's still every time I watch it, it's almost like I didn't. It's a good show. Doctor Odyssey. So he's a doctor that got hired on a cruise ship, and they of course they have different weeks. Like one week it was like a health week or something. One week it was like Halloween week. There are different weeks per thing. Kind of like I don't know if you've ever seen the show Below the Deck Mediterranean. It's similar to that, but it's obviously the story. Doctor Odyssey. He's not. They're not actually. It's not actually a real based on a real actual thing that happened in I guess a true story. So Doctor Odyssey is the guy who ended up coming on board and becoming a doctor on a ship, and they whenever there's some kind of medical emergency, he gets the cases that happen on the cruise. It's normally a different case every week. Oh yeah, and 911 is a great show. I really love Angela Bassett. She is really good. Like every time I'm like, how can this get better? Each of the shows I watch, I'm like, how can this get better? Or like each of the shows I watch are very binge worthy, which is why I have a problem with sticking to which one I want to watch at the time because I'm like, every single one of them needs my attention. If only I could have multiple clones, so then I could watch different shows and then absorb all the knowledge, and then that'd be great. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to watch that. I don't know if you ever heard of Chevy Chase movies. Like, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to watch the Chevy Chase Christmas the Christmas one. I've seen it before, with my dad and my family. Like, of course, I wasn't born yet, but thing is, my dad was watching it. The funniest part is when that's this. There was he had gotten a tree off. I don't know where he got it. Um, what was I gonna say? I don't think I've ever heard of Haven. I'll have to look that up. But he had gotten a tree off the lot, and it had a squirrel in it, and so eventually they didn't know it had a squirrel in it, by the way. So he brought it in the house, decorated and everything, and the squirrel eventually comes out the tree, and then the dog sees the squirrel and starts chasing it around the house, and then literally I think the tree got knocked over. And then the husband blew the whole neighborhood out because he had so many lights on the house, and he plugged into the thing, and it shut all the power off in the whole town or whatever, or the area they were living in. And I thought that's hilarious because like he was just being himself. He wasn't even like doing something too much extra or complicated. like like all the ones I've seen by the Chevy Chase movies are really good, funny too. And I don't really understand humor, so I like that it's simplistic. Because I don't really typically get sarcasm. Actually, I don't generally get it because I'm pretty sure it's an autistic thing. But yeah, so I was trying to figure out if I should watch that again or not because they have it on Hulu. They have they have a Christmas section on there. So I didn't realize Frosty the Snowman came out in the 60s because I was like, it said 69, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't realize it came out that long ago. the movie. What are your guys' favorite what are your guys' favorite movies? It could be holiday or not holiday. You said the premise of this show Haven is a special. Oh, really? FBI. Oh, I like FBI shows. I'm weird, but I also watched that show called Quantico. Was a really good show. I really missed when it went. I mean, I was really upset when it went off air. That was a good show. Priyanka Chopra was the lead character in the show, and I love that she was Indian and she was a female because you don't really see many of the. We don't really get to see too many females taking on a strong lead role like that. Um, so you said it's sent to a small town. Oh, in Haven, Maine. Okay. Oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I have to look it up. Cause sometimes like, what I'll do is if they have like a trailer on the show or something that I want to watch, like oh yes, I watched this movie called it was called I'm sorry, South Paw. It's good. It's like so it's south. It's like South and then PAW. Um, and that movie was supposed to be based off of Eminem, but he didn't play the role. I was like, this role would have definitely fit Eminem because literally, I'm not saying that Jake Gyllenhaal didn't do it okay, but I think Eminem would have definitely done a really great job. Because they said the person who wrote the movie based it off of Eminem, and they had approached Eminem about doing the part, um, and he wrote the soundtrack for the movie. I was like, every time I was watching it, I was like, this totally Eminem would really rock at this role. I'm like, why are you not doing it? But he said he rather focused on his rapping and his music instead of doing that role. I mean, I respect that. I just really every time I watched the scene, I was like, Eminem would have definitely done this justice. And like, I mean, like I think he said that I think the person who wrote the movie was like saying that he based it off his him and his daughter because in the role of this movie particularly the plot is the wife ended up getting killed and then the father he's a father and he was a father and a husband. He had a daughter and he after the wife ended up getting murdered, he went off the rails kind of because he was like, yeah, I saw 8 Mile. It's a really good movie. That was a great movie. I really liked him in that. I think I actually liked him before I saw 8 Mile, but I think that honestly catapulted his career. That movie there. Not saying he's naturally talented. Anyone can debate me, but I'm never gonna say. To me, he's my favorite rapper. He always will be. Like I don't, I can't see myself saying anyone's better than him to me. I mean, people can debate it. That's fine, but that's just my personal preference. I just like that he doesn't let what other people say stop him from doing what he wants to do. Like I like that about him because I feel like I think I do sometimes feel like some people try to silence him because he wasn't doing exactly what they wanted him to do, which is that I remember that song White America and they were trying to kind of silence him and like I still don't get it. Like I don't know. I just gravitated him towards him, but I think it's because I've always viewed him because I viewed him as an underdog. Not that he is one, but I always gravitate more towards people that I feel like are underdogs. Him, Pink, like Avril. I feel like they are misfits, and I do I do suspect a lot of them. The people that are considered underdogs are probably neurodivergent. I'm not saying for a fact I know that. I don't know that, but I do suspect the ones that don't typically fit in are more likely neurodivergent. I don't fit in, so but I'm also a neurodivergent, so I can't really know. Like also for other people that are outside of the box, like for example, people that are not like me may see things that I don't see because I tend to pick up on things, but I may not know what they're called. Yeah, I think maybe Haley Williams could be. I don't know what she'd be. I don't know if she could have ADHD something. I don't know. We don't know because I forgot who I read that has ADHD. Oh, I do know who I read. It was some celebrities. I know Simone Biles has or is it Sabios, my bad. God, I think it's Viles. No. Yes, I think it's Viles, my bad. Because I don't like saying pronunciation. I know one of the actresses from the show I used to watch, Jessie. The show was called Jessie, and her name is Sky Jackson. She has ADHD. Like there are people out here that you wouldn't suspect that like or autistic, ADHD, and other things. Like I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I know Sia has that is autistic. I know the reason why I say that is not because I hate on her or nothing, but I know people are mad that she had put out that movie Music. I never saw it. I heard that I do wish that they had, if someone is going to play an autistic character, I rather them have be autistic because they can probably more likely they're going to know how to do certain mannerism a certain way because they are actually that and they don't have to pretend that way. Like this one movie I watched, there was this kid. I even before I knew he was actually autistic, I suspected it because it was just something about the way the role was played. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Panic Room or something. It was this this black kid and the mom. They ended up getting a family was I'm gonna say a family was put in like it was some kind of theft. They tried to steal something because of her late husband like was very smart and built something and they wanted it. And so the kid, I forgot what they did. They hid into a panic room, but then the kid did something to try to alert someone outside the house, cause they were stuck in the house because the people broke it in. There was some kind of I think it was some kind of automatic lock thing on the door or something, so they couldn't get in that panic room unless someone opened the door. Um, but I knew, and because I watched him, and he was in the same guy I'm talking about was in this show. I watched The Rookie. He was like one of the side characters or whatever. He wasn't a main character. He was one of like those recurring characters. So no, I'm not, and also I'm not talking about Panic Room with because there is a Panic Room with Kristen Stewart, not that one. Um, I do wish if you're gonna like one thing I do wish they would do with if you're gonna play, not that I want anyone that's not in disability community to play characters that are actually based on disabled people or people that have disabilities. What you should at least do if you're going to do it, you should at least address someone that is sorry, it's not. You should at least try to maybe get some advice from a person that actually may have that disability, but that's just a thought. Instead of just playing it the way you think it's played, and then people hating your whatever concept, even if you didn't have the wrong intention, because people are probably gonna view it, oh, it's wrong because you didn't even like get our input. Like let's be honest. Let's just go like this. If somebody was a firefighter, we're just gonna go from firefighter example because I was thinking about something, and say like we're playing a firefighter in a movie. We're not actually firefighters. We didn't get any input from like the the people that do fight fires every single day, and we just did it based on our own, and then we got all the stuff wrong. They should do that with all TV shows, like medical field, like shows. You should get some advice from the actual medical field. I think that's what they should do because I think honestly, it would also. I think if you did that, it may make it seem more believable when actually people are watching it because it may be more relatable and like because like when I watch shows that actually are about the disabilities I have, I'm like trying to figure out does that actually seem how I would be? Because like sometimes I try to figure out do I see myself in that character? Is it actually realistic or is it over? Um, are they overdoing something? Because like sometimes when I watch characters, I can completely understand them because I'm like, oh, that's exactly how I am, or that's not at all. They did not do it right, like because I think well, I've heard this said that some autistics or any particular disability that they have, like if they see someone that is like them, they can typically spot it. Like so like for example, I'm autistic, dyslexic, and ADHD, or I didn't know the ADHD part at one point. But the point is, if I came around someone that was similar to me, I probably were more likely to spot it than if I was just going to around someone that is not like me at all. Um, which is why, like for example, if someone is that's autistic or has ADHD or dyslexia or anything else, watch something that someone that had no knowledge of any kind of disability put on air, they would probably spot it immediately. Like they probably would just immediately know. Like people that weren't part of the disability community probably wouldn't notice because they don't know what they're looking at. That might have been why some people were mad about like um the Good Doctor, because I know people didn't like that. I like the show, but I'm also me. I don't typically like things that most people. I typically like things that most people hate. Actually, it's just how my brain works. Like I don't like things that are hyped up. If something is too hyped, I won't watch it until later. Because I literally hate when people hype up things because it makes me think it must be lame. Because why is there so much hype for it? Like that's literally how my brain thinks. I'm like I can't watch it because it means it must be not that good because too many people like it. That's literally how I think. Um. Uh, See, exactly. That's not even for you, Nick. It's different. Like I said, like also like living around it's different. Like for me, because I live around people that are similar to me and um some that are definitely not. Like I can spot it. Like I'm like someone that's autistic probably can tell immediately. Like someone, I think someone actually told me. Someone that had ADHD told me I had ADHD without me even knowing, and then I was like, "Nah, you're wrong," because it didn't show up that way. But they spotted, and they were right. They were right. Like my ex told me, like Mariah, you have ADHD. I didn't know that it could, but I mean now I can see it, but I didn't at the time. I didn't understand that there were different types of ADHD because they never bloody teach you about that until you research it. But okay. I just wish things were more. I don't know. I just kind of. The way I think is I wish people were. Instead of assuming, which I hate that always happens, like instead of assuming thing about somebody, why don't you ask them? Like literally, like when producing a movie or a TV show or whatever, ask somebody like, does this seem like it is genuine? Like, is this a genuine thing? Like genuine. Um. Oh wow. Did you wait? So you said it was only that you learned what anxiety is, that you realized you had issues with anxiety since 5. Wow, I don't think I knew that. I'm honestly, it is very nothing wrong with being curious. I don't mind someone being curious. I mind with people with I don't mind with curiosity is fine, but when it comes to a point where you're assuming things and judging someone's mannerisms based on something you have no knowledge of, that's a problem to me. Because people have done that to me, and I hate when people do that. They assume a lot of things about me, and assume because I don't respond the way they expect, that I must be a certain way. But they don't know me. They don't know me enough to say that, and particularly because most of the time, because of my disabilities, I don't show up the way people expect, so it's probably off-putting for some people, and that's not really my fault. It just because I don't mind someone be curious and ask me about things, and rather than someone just assuming. Oh, this is just we're just you can just ask any questions you want, but they have to be respectful. I was just talking about different things. What was I gonna do? Uh, what? Oh yeah, I'm also playing. I play different games, of course, off stream. I don't like. I would never play games on stream because, particularly games like video games, I don't like playing them on stream because that's the way. I mean, as a child, always throughout my whole life, from a child till now, games are a way I de-stress. So I like playing them off stream. Playing them on stream would cause me stress and anxiety because I already have anxiety in general. So it just heighten it because I would probably have people in the chat yelling and telling me what to do. And I don't like being told what to do. Um, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't mind people that do that. That's their choice. But personally, for myself now, I was thinking about like, um, I like, I just like being me. I didn't always like it. I like that I get to say that I like being myself. Because I remember most of my life I was not being myself. I was just being masking and being what was acceptable, which is very annoying because it literally made me miss out on a lot of things that I should have never missed out on because I didn't get to be who I'm allowed to be. In the same way everyone else deserves to be who they want to be. Without being told they can't be that. I'm sorry, I should say not can't be that. Can't. It's not socially acceptable. Um, like most, let's be honest, a lot of neurodivergence in general. A lot of neurodivergence in general. Don't act the way that is supposedly socially acceptable. It's just not because they're just being themselves in whatever way they express it. It comes out like for me, like me being impulsive and other things that make me me. Like stimming and doing things that make me feel comfortable, which is completely fine because it's part of being Mariah. But like I think that it's okay to be aware of being yourself, and I mean be yourself to a point where you're safe. But if it makes you maybe unsafe, maybe be careful. I guess let's say like the way I was being, I was safe all the time. Like I'm safe, like physically safe, emotionally safe. And when I was not emotionally safe, that's when I shut down. You wouldn't see you wouldn't see I don't know if I do wonder if I'm introverted or is what I am. Is that just or am I seeing the autistic side? Because I don't know if I'm fully introverted. Sometimes I wonder if the anxiety wasn't there, would I be introverted at all? I don't know because introverts don't typically even do like things with yeah, I mean, I like being by myself. But I think that could be an autistic thing. I thought it was introverted. I like being by myself, but I'm not. But I don't always like being by myself. Like, like if my best friend was here, I'd hang out with her. Like. But then, does that make me not an introvert? I don't know what the heck that makes me because I like being with my best friend. Like, she's like my sister. I guess technically she'd be like my third sister because I already have two. But yeah, I don't. I wonder like what, like I do wonder if some of the experiences, the negative experience in my life, would I be the way that I am? Like, would I be as I'm not saying I couldn't adapt to change, but would I be introverted? Because I wonder if I'm actually introverted or am I extroverted with. I think that I'm introverted because of the trauma and all the other stuff on top of it. You said, you could start a project that would last you for years. No, I get that. I do understand disconnecting because for me, I know there are times where I just need to be on myself because I'm drained. Like but I do wonder if is that just introvertedness or is that the autistic side because it can be drained. I don't think anyone's that. I don't like that word. Um, I don't think anyone's that. I think that I don't know. I feel like why do the terms introvert and extrovert exist? Because it makes you confused, especially with people that are neurodivergent. I don't because for some of us we could be. I don't know what I am. I have no idea because I think what I am is I know of course I'm just Mariah, but I do wonder if that's I don't know what the heck I am. I feel like I'm a mixed bag of something, but I don't know if it's like I said sometimes I don't know where to differentiate between the disability and who I am because my parents said I was shy as a child or timid. I don't know what that word means, but I assume timid means like shy, but I don't know. So because I don't remember before 7, which I think my mind blocked it out because I had so much trauma after at 8 on. I had a lot of emotional trauma there. I can't remember. I don't know what I was like then. So I don't seem timid now, of course, but that's because I'm talking. I was not always like this. Like I said, if you had talked to me 5 years ago, well, before 5 years ago, you wouldn't have seen this person. Um, I was not I was not this vocal as a child or as a teenager, not at all. I didn't talk much at all. I mean, I talked to my family when I wanted to, but I didn't talk much at all. Like literally, it's why I didn't realize had ADHD because I thought because I was very I masked a lot, a lot, a lot. No, I'm not hearing. I don't. I'm not hearing impaired. I'm autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHDer. Um, um, said your parents probably described you as reserved as a kid, but passive aggressive. And I don't know. You know what I don't know? I was thinking. I don't think I have IED, which is intermittent explosive disorder. I think I just get angry at points in my life. Vocal. Hold on. Yeah, vocalization is. You're right. It's not the only way of expressing. Like that's what most people say. I seem normal. A disability doesn't have a certain look, which I tell people all the time because very annoying. One thing I really get annoyed by, which I've had happen throughout my life, is people always look at me and say, "Oh, Mariah, you don't have any disabilities." Like what disabilities? Like that literally gets on my nerves because I can't ever separate them. I'm gonna have them until I die. Like you may not just because I had an education and gone through school and everything. I had a lot of challenges doing through everything I had to do. I struggled through it. It's not simplistic. Um it's not. I just it irritates me because I've had people come in my comment section and say, "Oh, Mariah, what disability do you have? Like you look normal. You act like all of us." Like that could just be me asking because I learned to mask for years, so I didn't understand. Like I never understood that it's okay to be weird, random. Like I always apologize for that, and I shouldn't because like it's just part of being me. Like my randomness and my awkwardness is probably part of the autistic, but um, and also I'm a human being. Now, of course, I'm gonna act certain ways are gonna be seem normal, and certain ways are probably gonna be weird. I just feel I don't know. I feel like when my disabilities are basically looked down on, it makes me feel like they're basically saying, "Why do you embrace them? Why do you care about them so much? Because they are part of me and they make me be able to fight for myself and other people out here. That's why." Um, I think of the way I think about it is because I feel like someone is trying to say you are so much more than you just. I didn't say I can't do things with them. It just may take a little bit more time, and for me, um, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I know if I had a choice between never having them and always having them like I do, I'd pick always because I don't want to be without them because I think if I didn't have them, they would make me. Um, I feel like I take things for granted, and I feel like a lot of times people that don't have disabilities take things for granted, things that are very simplistic to them. That a lot of people in disability. Oh, hello. A lot of people in the disability community don't take it for granted because they cannot get access to what like. For me, I know I had to me and other people should not have to go through all this testing in order to get accommodations. That's really like for college. I shouldn't have had to go through another round of testing just to get accommodation for college. That shouldn't even have been a thing because what should have happened is the accommodations I had for high school and the other years should have been just applied on and not had to do all that. Like I shouldn't have had to do any of that. Like we shouldn't. I don't think the disability community should have to fight as hard as it does every single day. It's very annoying. And I mean, I will fight for it, but we shouldn't have to fight like as in because I see people like I literally. What makes me angry is that a lot of people out here. There are some people out here that pretend that they had disabilities and things because they want to gain attention. I've literally seen it, which is very irritating. I've had someone told me that they had Asperger's just to get my attention and use it because they knew I have Asperger's, at least what I was told. Of course, I know Asperger's is no longer called that, it's being autistic, but just to get my attention and make me feel sympathetic. And it's very disgusting to do that because there are people that have to fight for their accommodations every single day, not knowing if they're going to get them, not knowing if they're going to get the disability benefit, and you're over here, you're fine, and you don't have a disability, and you're fine, and you're pretending to do all this just so you can get subscribers and things. And for me and others out here, we live through this, and we don't pretend to do it. We just daily go through a daily battle every single solitary day. Sometimes I'm pretty sure some of us want to give up. Sometimes um some people are like kind of get down on themselves, understandably so. They told me that they told me that they didn't have anything wrong with them. That's how I found out. Well, I'm talking about the particular person. I don't know. I'm saying I've seen people on. I've heard of stories and stuff. I'm saying that particular person told me they didn't have it, and that's really, I think that's really gross to I'm not saying everyone does. There are some people, like I just can't imagine pretending to have something when I didn't. Because I remember when I was in high school, I remember watching this girl. She had cerebral palsy and she had crutches and to like be able to move around and stuff. And I saw some imbecile, because I want to say other words, but I'm not going to, try to kick the crutch out from under her, and it made me so mad, so mad. I got so angry, like, because they can clearly see she needs those to walk. Why would you even do that? That makes me angry. Like, how dare you? In my opinion, I should have kicked him or the person, because then you can go get a crutch from the nurse or whatever. I wouldn't feel bad about if I had kicked that person, because that sometimes I get that infuriated with the way sometimes the disabilities community is treated. I do sometimes wonder if we were afterthoughts when society was being like built up, like when things were being made, if there was an afterthought, because now they have to go back and like redo things because they didn't think about in their plans, they never thought about. Some people think about it, not always. Some buildings are not made for some, actually most houses aren't also made for what's it called, for like people that have disabilities. They don't have like, I was because my I was just thinking about it. What things made you mad? What things make you mad can tell you a lot. Well, that's because I've always had a heart for people like me. I mean, she has a physical disability. I had invisible disabilities, but I know what it would feel like if that happened to me. And also for her, for me, because it was like literally probably around the little bit after, actually no, it was after my bullying stuff. I think it's why it's made me angrier, because so I don't like seeing that, and I don't like bullies at all. Like, they make me sick. Um, Sorry if I didn't answer all your questions. If you guys have questions, can you put them again so I can answer them? Because I feel bad missing people's questions. If you had any questions that you wanted me to answer, I should say. Sorry if I look tired. I did wake up at 7:30, and I did not sleep well last night, so I probably seem a little bit tired. I'm glad that you guys talk with amongst yourselves, and also what was I gonna say? I also love that you guys are amazing. Like, I never thought like people would actually engage with this channel. I mean, I hoped that people would, like, it would help people. Like, that's what my goal. That was my goal from starting it. I was hoping it would help people out there that needed it. Um, but I wasn't sure the impact it would have. It seems to have a bigger impact than I thought, which is common with most things. You normally think that are not going to be as impactful. humans keep evolving, both with disabilities. Yeah, but also sometimes, I'm gonna say, sometimes, I do wish that people would listen to people's lived experiences and sometimes work from there instead of, thinking they know what's best for the other person. That's just a general statement, not to, try to say that I know everything. I don't know. I literally don't know that much. I just kind of just speak from my heart. Typically, when these, particularly the Monday streams, I just speak from what happens in my head, even if it could be wrong. Because let's be honest, I'm a human being. I could be wrong about things. But I think one thing my parents have always taught me is always try your best, and that's what I even do during these streams. Like, I may not know something. There's things that I may not know, and there are people that have taught me things, even through the comment section under my videos, have taught me things that I had no idea about. I've learned things. One thing I do think is important is, particularly in society and things, that you have to always being willing to learn, even same with a job or whatever, but always be willing to learn, listen to people's lived experiences, particularly in the disability community. Don't try to put your perceptions on those experiences because you haven't lived them. And I feel like people do that a lot, have done it a lot. People have tried to put their perceptions on my experiences, some people, and think they know what is happening. I don't quite understand how someone could do that. But yeah. Any last questions? Because I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer, because I know Nick, it's like, what? Maybe it's about, is it 2? I hope it's not 2 over there. I hope it's, uh, any last questions? And one comment I read today was actually made me really happy. Actually, no, yeah, it was early this morning. When I woke up, I read it. It was like they were really grateful that they were saying they were really grateful that I do the content I do, and that this place feels like a sanctuary to them. And like, that's what, honestly, that's what I want. I want this to feel like a safe space for people, particularly ones with disabilities. Not the people that don't have disabilities can't speak or anything, but this was when I started this channel. It was mainly for people that had disabilities and needed a safe space and to be themselves to come. Like, that's what it was. Not that I will never say people that don't have disabilities are not allowed, because that's not fair. Because it's supposed to be inclusive, just like the world should be inclusive, even though it's trying to get there, but it has. I don't feel like it's fully gotten there yet. Sorry if you heard that loud noise. I don't know if it's a truck or a vehicle going past my house. I should say my parents' house, because this is their house. Um. Well, I'm glad that I was able to do that, because I never thought I was hoping that this channel would inspire, support, help, encourage. Like, I mean, honestly, this channel encourages me and inspires me and helps me sometimes. Like, no questions. Oh, thanks. I just, I just think, I just try to be authentic. I mean, I think it's important personally, because like I feel like typically when I do these streams, I feel like people can see my heart. Not that they can't see it in other things, but I just genuinely love the disability community, and I want the best for them. I feel like if I wasn't a part of this community, I'd be so sad. I don't literally, I think I wrote that as one of my questions when I first started this, like when I first started doing honest but serious question. I think that was one of my questions. If you could ever choose to not have disabilities, would you? And I said I would never choose not to have them, because they made me Mariah. They made me, because I wouldn't be myself if I didn't have them. I feel like I'd be taking advantage of people if I may not have them. I feel like I'd be a different person in general, and I don't want to be different. I think my heart is, I just think it's totally committed to this community. I just, oh, you have DID. I did a video on DID. Hopefully it's accurate. I'm sorry if it's not. That must be like, I can't imagine how challenging that is. Like, um I just think it's, I just think that each one of you, I just want you guys to know, if you haven't been told this, that each one of you is beautiful and just keep being yourself. I know it can be hard because I've been there most of my life. Like being yourself can be hard because people will try to make morph you into something that they want that they can't be. But be yourself and someone will appreciate it and you will appreciate it because you know how you know what's best for you. Hopefully that made sense. Sometimes I say things and it don't always make sense. It makes sense to me, but it may not make sense to anyone else. Does that make sense? Yeah, I learned to always be me now because I like people. Well, my mom and my parents have always told me to be myself. I didn't always understand what that meant. I finally understand at 32 now, but I didn't always understand that. So it's awesome to be myself because it's like my body. I feel like my body is like has feels like my body can relax because I'm not trying to make it morphin into something that's not supposed to naturally be. You're very welcome. Like sometimes what I say actually can be for myself and other people. It's happened before. Like some of the thoughts that I have in my inspiring thoughts, I've thought of them about myself and turned them into what I would want someone to say to me, but I'm using it for you guys. Like what was that one about being myself? Because at one point I didn't always feel myself, so I made some of those about being amazing, like other different things about you being uniquely you. Because I realized uniqueness is part of being you. So like things that are very simplistic to some people can go a long way actually. Um, thank you guys for watching. I want to make sure before I go, you don't have any more questions, do you? No more. I stream on Mondays at 6 p.m. I'm also having a stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern to celebrate getting to 1,000 subscribers, and that's going to be on the game Would You Rather. And I also stream on Saturdays at 12 noon, and that's scripted, so I typically pick a topic. I stream twice, so stream twice a week. One is scripted and one is non-scripted. Mondays are non-scripted, and that's like 6 p.m. And Saturdays are scripted at noon. And tomorrow I'm doing a special stream for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I typically do special streams every 100 like subscribers I get. So when I get to like 1,100, I'll do another stream. So because I decided every time I get it to a new certain goal or whatever, a certain amount, I'll do a new stream. And the streams are typically um, the special streams are people vote on what topic they had wanted, and the one they chose was Would You Rather. I kind of thought it was gonna be another one, but we'll see. It could be next special stream. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate the people that came, people that are new, and the people that return. So see you tomorrow for the ones that come, and if not, you can always watch it later. Love you guys. Bye.